Hello, welcome to RC Video Reviews. Today is the maiden flight of the FMS Pitts 1400mm V2. Now before we get into the flight, I need to let you know this video is sponsored by FMS, who sent me the Pitts for review. Thanks to FMS for sending this unit out. I've already done a first look video, so we're going to do a quick little build recap and we're going to get it up in the air. In terms of assembly, very little to report. A lot of folks recommended adding a battery retention mechanism, which I did. I also saw a lot of comments about center of gravity. I will be flying it on the book CG to begin with, and we'll see how it does, and we'll make adjustments from there. Other than adding a battery tray retention mechanism, there really was no real effort putting this plane together. Just a few screws and basic wiring, and that's about it. Fit and finish wise, I think it looks very good for an EPO plane. It's definitely got clean lines, and the assembly itself was fine. There were no major issues, missing parts, or any kind of breakage. So it actually went together really well. Before I fly it, we're gonna weigh it. We're gonna do a watt meter test and a thrust test. So let's get to those now, and then we'll go fly. This is the all-up weight. There's a 6L 4000 in there, which is what the book recommends. And the scale is showing me 7.35 pounds. Hopefully the camera will pick that up. But there we go, 7.35 pounds on the all-up weight for the Pitts V2. And the receiver is a very small Happy model 6-channel PWM EPW6. So very small receiver in there. We're going to do a watt meter test. Dave's going to run the throttle for us. The battery is peaked at 25.2 volts. So here we go. 1,000 watts, okay. All right, now we're going to do a thrust test. Go ahead, Dave, slowly bring up the power. .9, okay. That was full throttle? Oh, yeah. All right, 6.9 pounds of thrust. Now, before I fly, I do want to point out that a lot of people on the first look video left comments about putting in a battery tray retention mechanism. So I found one on Thingiverse. I printed it. It's a 3D print right there. And all this is some magnets. So there's magnets that hold that in. And what happens if that battery tray slides out, it runs into that block. And it does actually work. It's effective. I also want to point out that I'm running a 6L 4000, and I've got two CG points on the top. One where the book recommends and one where the conventional wisdom on RC Group recommends. I'm going to start flying where the book recommends first. So this is a book setup. The only real modification is the battery retention mechanism. All right, now you understand the weight, the thrust, and the power development on this plane. Let's fly it. All right, here we go. Maiden flight of the FMS Pitts 1400 V2. I like that short tail moment on this plane. It looks aggressive. Looks like, it reminds me like a stock car or something. Like a little race car. All right, here we go. Taking off. Now that is the book CG. That's where the book recommends it. And I gotta tell you right now, off the ground, it's flying pretty darn straight. In fact, if anything, it's climbing just a touch. Look at how that pops in the sky. Oh, nice. Motor sounds good, prop sounds good, all the controls feel good. All right, let's do some testing. The big question is CG, so let's do that right away. 45-degree upline, inverted. Yep, that's definitely nose heavy. Definitely nose heavy. It came down to the ground. It nosed down pretty hard, and that's with the CG back. So I'm gonna say I disagree with pushing that forward anymore. I wouldn't like that at all. I'm gonna do that one more time, Dave.
Go ahead.
There's nose up. Yeah, if anything, that's nose heavy. Actually, for a maiden, it's right where I'd like to have it, but for me, I would push that CG back quite a bit more, actually. So yeah, I'm gonna say I disagree. I think the book CG is pretty darn good, to be honest. All right, let's try a loop. We'll do a loop and see how she tracks. That did not track very straight. There was definitely a little bit of a curve in that loop. Let's try it again. There we go. That's a little better. It's not off. It probably needs just a little bit of trim work. All right, let's do the yaw test. So we're gonna climb straight up. Kill the power and see which way she drops. And I see it coming. I think it dropped just slightly to the right. So I'm gonna add a couple clicks, or sorry, drops just slightly to the left. So I'll add a couple clicks right. Got ahead of myself a little bit there. Do it one more time. And off power. Yeah, it's doing it again. Going to the left, so 2 more clicks to right, and we'll try it one more time. Might explain why I saw that little anomaly in the loop that I mentioned. All right, one more time. And off power. Still doing the same thing. A couple more clicks to right, one more time. 23.1 volts. And off power. There we go. That's a straight drop. That's what I wanted to see. Okay, so that took quite a bit of trim to the right. I wonder if it'll loop better now. I'm going to try that again, Dave, just to see if the loop maybe tracks a little straighter now that I have the yaw straightened out. Yep, that's exactly what was going on. Yeah, perfect. Now it's tracking straight. There we go. All right, the next thing I want to do is a stall. So we'll bring it around. There's not much wind today, so it's really my discretion, but we'll do the stall, gain a little bit of altitude, kill the power, and see where she breaks. Oh, very delicate stall. Yeah, no problem at all on the stall. All right, let's bring it around for a knife edge and see how she does in a knife edge. So up we go.
That's not bad.
Not bad. That's not bad. Feels pretty good.
Now, this is a sport plane.
22.3 volts, so we're getting there. Yeah, it is a sport plane, so it should be able to do maneuvers like that knife edge just fine.
Yeah.
It looks great in the sky. The white and red really pop, man. That looks really good in the sky. It does require a little forward stick. Yeah, I would push the CG back on this. Yep. Beautiful. I like it. It's a fun little sport plane. This is very casual flying. That's the way I'd describe this one. Very casual. All right, we are coming up 22.3. We're coming up on the end. I've done all the maneuvers. I'd say the plane is proven it flies straight and square, so I'm going to practice a couple of approaches to judge my speed. Oh yeah, that's no problem. And we'll get this on the ground and wrap up the maiden. Nice flyer, man. Nice, very casual flyer. Easy natured. Very nice.
Yeah.
Not hard to land that plane.
Oh, it looks good.
Looks good.
I remember we were talking about it a while ago. Yeah, very nice. Beautiful.
Very nice. Pitts V2, let's get it back to the table and wrap this one up. All right, let's talk real quick about CG. I want to show you the marks again. This is what the book recommends, and this is what the internet recommends. I have my CG right there, and I would push it back a little farther. I didn't like how much it tipped over on the nose. For me, that was too much. And you guys saw the landing was just fine. I had no problem. I could even slow it down a little bit more if that CG were pushed back a little bit. Another question that comes up is power. No, it's not a massive powerhouse 3D plane. It's a sport plane, and it flies fine. I didn't have any problems doing the basic sport maneuvers with this plane. All I can tell you is for the rest of the day, we'll run some more packs through it, and I'll let you know how it performs over time We'll get a look at the battery and the radio and we'll see how it does in terms of flight time. But I'm expecting about 5 or 6 minutes out of it. I will put another flight on it today and we'll let you know. Before I take off, hopefully you'll be able to see it. If not, I took a static picture. I'll put it in post. 6 minutes, 22 seconds on the first flight, and that was the maiden. So, and that also included our watt testing and our thrust testing. And those count because we were hitting the battery for both. So 6 minutes and 22. All right, here we go. Second flight of the pits, taking off. I'll see if I can keep it on the runway this time. Needs a little more rudder. It got right on the other side of Dave when I needed to correct. That's why I was all over the place. I actually pushed the CG back just a little bit. And now, of course, it's climbing just a touch. There we go. We're getting close to having it trimmed up now. It's a great day to trim the plane because we have almost no wind. I'm going to do a little presentation pass so Dave can get a look at the plane. Man, even pushing the CG back the way I did, so I'm probably closer to the rear end of the recommended range, I would still push it back a little bit more actually. Flies beautiful though, I like it. It's not dragging the tail at all, looks good. All right, let's see if it can do anything. Let's try a flat spin. Let's see if it does that. All right, here we go. Those ailerons going. Look at that. Pretty competent, yeah. All right, let's see if it'll do a pop top. I don't know if it will, let's try it. Nope, not even close. That's not working on this plane. I'm gonna try it again. Hold on, I gotta make sure I have rates up high. That felt like it didn't even do anything. All right, we'll try it again, here we go. No, I'm gonna go with no on that one.
It's a pop roll.
It's a pop roll or a pop fail. Let's try a crankshaft. I wonder if it'll do a crankshaft.
Should.
No, it's not. It's definitely not tumbly enough. Maybe I need more elevator, but I don't have the authority on that to do it at all. It wasn't even close. Nope. Nope. You know what I didn't do last time? It's a sport plane. Let's try some sport stuff. It's not a 3D plane, so it's got some skill. It's like an advanced sport plane maybe. So we'll just fly it more like a sport plane.
That's right. Look how beautiful.
Yeah, very nice. Oh, hammerhead. We didn't do that last time. Yeah, hammerhead's nice. Look at that. Very nice. Try going this way. We should be able to get some nice sun on it. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, sport flying, no problem. Definitely not what I would call a 3D plane.
22.6 volts.
22.6 volts. And we're at 4 minutes and 39 so far. So yeah, it meets its flight time objective, which is the book, if I recall correctly, the book said 5 minutes. So let's try some touch and goes, Dave. That's always fun to do on a sport plane.
Absolutely. Nice.
And the wind's coming from my left now, so that was a tailwind landing. I'm gonna come around the other way. and we'll land into the wind. The wind's moving a little, but it is now coming from the left. We'll bring it in from the right-hand side.
Don't get no better than that.
Hey, easy. Weather vaned on me. Did a wheel bind up? All right, we're taking off again. There we go. Now I'm getting the hang of the takeoffs on this one.
It does take flying them a little bit, you know.
Yeah, you got to practice a little.
They all fly different. They got their own DNA.
Well, that's why when you're flying full-size planes, you need check rides in every type.
That's right.
You have to go through these check rides on every type you fly. I didn't like that one.
That was a touch and go.
Yeah, it was a bounce and go. I'm going to put it in low rates and try landing in low rates this time. Might be a little easier. Already feels more mellow. Ooh, maybe a little too mellow. Yeah, that's a little too mellow on the ailerons for me. I don't like that. Oh, yeah, I went back to high rates. I'm not liking the low rates for landing. I think I'll adjust my low rates to give me a little more authority. I mean, I don't mind landing on low rates, but it needs a little more.
Oh, one wheel takeoff.
One wheel takeoff.
You do have a crosswind from the north, from the right. I can feel it right now.
Yeah. And it does turn into it, so
Yeah.
that's what you're seeing. All right, well, we'll do a full stop this time, and then we'll check the battery in time and we'll wrap it up. Come on, stay on the wheels. There we go. All right. It's a decent little plane. I would characterize this as a very good second plane. So if you're getting out of trainers and you want something with a little more ability, this would be a very good second plane to practice your sport aerobatics and your basic sport flying. It's not a 3D plane, that's for sure. I just didn't feel it. Maybe with some more power, maybe with some more authority. There's my elevator, so you know, we're just simply not getting the authority. It did do a real nice flat spin though, so gotta give it that. All right, in terms of flight time, we're at 7 minutes, 24 seconds, and I'm at 22.6 volts. So plenty of flight time on this. It actually exceeded expectations there. So the book says 5 minutes, I got 7.5 minutes out of it. I'd like to say thanks to FMS for sending this Pitts V2 out for review. I'll have affiliate links in the description if you'd like to get one for yourself. Don't forget, as of November 2023, FMS is planning a pretty substantial Black Friday event, so make sure you check out their website for more information. If you like this kind of content, make sure you smash that thumbs up button, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when new videos hit the channel. That's all I've got for today. Take it easy.
Hasta la vista.
And go fly something.